I'm so pleased that Searching was everything I'd hoped it would be and more. I'm a huge fan of webcam thrillers, social media horrors, anything where the story is told primarily or completely through the use of computers and screens. And Searching is told, I think, 100% through screens or cameras or some kind of lens. And it's very, very well done. Not only is it well filmed, but it's a wonderful story. This was released in 2018. It's directed by Aneesh Chaganty, written by Chaganty and Sev Ohanian, and I apologise if I mispronounce any of these names. It also stars John Cho as David Kim, and Michelle Law as Margot, David's daughter, and Debra Messing as Detective Vick. And most of this is told from the perspective of Margot's laptop screen, where David is looking at her emails, her search history, her chat history, and a lot of it is including UCast footage. And I will say they did a very good job at building up Margot's social media profile and her online presence. It must be a weird experience to create this fake persona on multiple platforms online. And I think they did a great job at making it feel so realistic, and that means it is so easy to buy into what is being presented and to believe it as being true. And I feel like it's very realistic because when Margot went missing and it made the news, a lot of people were going on social media saying she was amazing, I loved her, she was my best friend, even though we, the viewer, know that actually Margot didn't have that many close friends. But it's very true that people will become falsely kind in times of need. And I think that that does more harm than good because it builds up a picture that this person had a strong support network, when in actual fact that's not true. However, I feel like this story is so believable and so unpredictable. And there were times when I thought, okay, I know what direction this is going in. And then there were times where I was thinking, okay, so this is what's happening. And I was wrong. And then I thought something else was happening. And I was wrong. And it just kept me going right until the end. And I love it. I love that. I love it when thrillers and twisty mysteries don't let me work it out early. And I have so much love and praise for it. And it was a real emotional roller coaster. And I think David is the perfect example of a confused, frustrated, potentially grieving, angry father who wants to know what happened to his daughter. He's obviously very distraught. He's worried that the worst has happened and, grieving that in anticipation, I guess, but also fueled by this strong drive to find out what happened. And he talks to so many of her friends and interrogates them, and it's very unclear who David can trust, which I think worked very well. And I have to say the performances were brilliant. I don't know how difficult it must be to spend the majority of the film as if you're looking at a laptop screen. And John Cho did a lot of amazing acting with his face. Because, yes, sometimes he'd kind of mutter to himself and talk to himself, but a lot of the time it's just him looking at the screen, and we can see the screen as well. It's very cleverly done. So we get his facial expressions reading in real time what we're reading as well, and we're kind of experiencing these things at the same time that he is, and it's wonderfully done, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. As I said, I had high expectations, partly because I'd heard good things about it, but also because I know that when done right, social media, webcam, laptop thrillers are amazing. So immersive, and it ticked every box. The pacing was amazing, and the casting was spot on. I think everybody portrayed their characters in a way that was very believable, and the performances were great, and it was just beautifully shot. The fake news footage, well, real news footage in the film, but constructed news footage, and the use of I think we had FaceTime on phones at one point, and there were some phone camera recordings to show certain things when the action had to move away from the laptop. Just beautiful. I can't praise this film enough. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. If you like this kind of film, I can say with absolute confidence that you will adore Searching.